For candles, the same drawing for different names. 2 of them are read as bullish, 2 as bearish, and nothing in the shape tells you which is which. Most tutorials stop at the shape. The shape is the easy part. What separates these four is the trend that came before them, and whether the candles that follow agree. Let's read all 4, on real charts, and watch how a scoring engine treats them. A candle has a body and 2 wicks. The body runs from the open to the close. The wicks show the extremes that were reached, and then given back. So a long wick is a level that was tested and refused. Price went there, and it did not stay. A long lower wick means sellers pushed the price down and buyers took it back before the close. A long upper wick is the same story, the other way around. One more word on the body. We say small body, not small candle. A candle with a long wick has a wide range. It is the body that is small, compared to that range. For names, one idea. Now the context. Small body at the top of the range, long lower wick. This exact shape has 2 names. At the bottom of a downtrend, it is a hammer. Sellers pushed hard, buyers reversed the move, and it reads as a bullish reversal. At the top of an uptrend, the very same candle becomes a hanging man. A bearish warning, because those same sellers appeared while the trend was up. Same asset, 2 time frames. Nothing was edited, this is the page as it is served. Now flip the wick. Small body at the bottom of the range, long upper wick. At the top of an uptrend, it is a shooting star. Buyers pushed higher, sellers took over before the close. At the bottom of a downtrend, the same shape is an inverted hammer, and it reads as bullish. Same rule as before, mirrored. The wick says a level was refused, the trend says which side got hurt. So the shape gives the candidate, and the trend gives the direction. One thing is still missing, where on the chart it happens. A hammer printed in the middle of nowhere, and a hammer printed exactly on a level the market has already defended, are not the same event. ScanPicking scores that on its own. Sitting within 3% above a structural support adds to the technical score, being stuck just under a resistance takes away from it. And that is where shapes fail. A bullish candle printed right under a resistance is a shape fighting a level. It can look perfect and go nowhere. So how much weight do they carry? ScanPicking sorts the 12 families into 3 tiers. These 4 sit in the medium tier, and within a pair, the tier is the same on both sides. The shape decides the weight, the trend decides the direction. Only 5 families reach the strong tier. A wick on its own is a hint, not a verdict. A shape on its own is not a signal. Here is what the engine does with it. First, it waits for the candle to close. The candle still forming is excluded, its shape is not final. Then it checks the trend around that candle, and the volume it traded. Weak volume cuts the weight of the pattern, it does not erase it. And then it keeps watching. The engine scans the last 3 closed candles, so a pattern from 2 candles ago still counts, and the candles after it act as a verdict. Just closed, the pattern is fresh, it is a hypothesis. Confirmed, the candles that followed went its way, and the weight goes up. And a third verdict you will never see on the site. If price closes back through the pattern, below its low for a bullish one, the pattern is dropped entirely. It is not shown, it is not scored. That low has a name. It is the invalidation level. The price at which the setup no longer holds. And even confirmed, it stays a signal to check, not a crystal ball. For patterns, one rule. Long lower wick, hammer at the bottom, hanging man at the top. Long upper wick, inverted hammer at the bottom, shooting star at the top. All 4 sit in the medium tier, a hint, not a verdict. And the level the candle lands on counts on its own, it adds to the technical score above a support, and takes away under a resistance. Nothing is confirmed until the candles that follow agree. Until then it stays a hypothesis. So here is the question, a small body with a long lower wick, right after a long climb. Which of the 4 is it? Tell me in the comments. And on ScanPicking, these patterns are scanned automatically across stocks, crypto and commodities. If this breakdown helped, follow for more candlestick tutorials. Educational content only. General chart analysis, not an investment service or individual recommendation. Markets carry risk.